Edwin Howe, and I'm the General Manager and Director of SMC Automation Malaysia. SMC Automation is a factory automation company. We provide components of factory automation, and also we provide solutions. So basically, it's a factory automation company, and SMC Malaysia has been in Malaysia since 1978. So we are 44 years in Malaysia, and throughout these years, now we are not only providing component solution, we are providing a total solution in terms of factory automation. EMAX, because it has been stopped for the last 2 years, so when this year continue, we decided to go ahead with it. And of course, first day, because of the rain in the morning and afternoon, some of the audience are affected. But I think second day, today onwards, you can see that the crowd is coming back. And we feel that for semicon area in Penang, we need to let the supplier to have able to show to the user the availability of the products that we can have the transaction on. So this EMAX is electronic manufacturing, and for this Penang, where electronic manufacturing is very important, we have a venue where we can exhibit the product. So I think EMAX is a very successful in this context. Yeah, during this COVID time, of course, there are lockdowns, and when they have lockdowns, the traveling is affected, visiting is affected, so there is no face-to-face visit for a certain time. And during that time, we only can use Team meeting, can use phone call, video, And luckily for SMC, is a contact that we build out the contact. And although during COVID, we don't have a chance of face-to-face, but phone call that can business go on as usual. So we are not much affected by the lockdown. So I think our continuing servicing to our key customer not affected because we continue to supply the product. Of course, the supply chain, not only because of COVID, because of Ukraine crisis, created a very strong supply chain, and a lot of delivery is affected. A lot of sea freight affected, air freight is affected. So Malaysia government on the supply chain, Malaysia, they through the authority called MIDA, Malaysia Investment Development Authority. Through MIDA, they have come up with some of the facilitation program to address on the supply chain. The first one is the local sourcing facilitation. Local sourcing facilitation is to encourage, because of the supply chain disruption, so encourage the manufacturer in Malaysia trying to localize the supply by looking into local supply as an alternative. And MIDA is helping the companies to do the local sourcing facilitation. MIDA also help out on the vendor facilitation program to develop the customers in the human resource by upskilling them to able to vendor into this area of challenging area because of the supply chain disruption of the COVID and also on the Ukraine crisis. So upskilling of the staff. MIDA is helping them also in terms of training, technology adoption, more on the talent upskilling. And of course, MIDA conducted many of the supply chain conferences among the MNC and the local large company together with the SME and link the bridge. And by building up the bridge, MIDA is trying to encourage the small and medium enterprise in Malaysia to be able to be a solution provider to the MNC and LSC in Malaysia instead of looking depending on the supply chain disruption. So MIDA is trying to help the local company to be able to provide the bridge. So business matching activity, many of these have been done by the Malaysian government.
So they have used
One main
3D
factor is
printing in
the
FDM
import of
technology,
the
and they
products
are
from
printing
overseas.
drill guides, precision drill
You see
guides.
that
So boom
the
save up to
port is becoming very important.
$3,700 in material
The
cost
sea
per
port and
drill
the air
guide.
port,
And in their
where the
production right
import
now,
of
there
items
are
is a
over
necessity.
700 drill blocks and
And
have been
we know
3D
that
printed
the
in the production
Singapore
of the
government recently announced
XB1
they are
aircraft.
investing 14
So
billion US dollar
they found
to
that
upgrade
compared to
their port
CNC
to
machining,
cater for the
there are 1 week of
2040
saving
challenge.
versus machining
And
per
since
drill
Singapore
block,
is moving
and
into
there
that
are
direction, I believe
92% reduced
Malaysia
in
and
terms of
we
lead
also have
times.
to look into that to upgrade the port into a international capability, so
One
that
more, please.
we can using the drone, the automated vehicle in the port to speed up the clearance of the TEU, and at the same time, the container clearance of the container. At the same time, be able to mobilize the container in the most efficient way to cater for the challenges that is coming through the importation through the seaport. So upgrading of the port probably is one of the very important area Malaysia government should look into, and by looking into that, before we reach the upgrading, I think the staff have to realize, everybody has to realize, because of the supply chain challenges, all the energy that we have to channel to supply chain is very critical, to ensure the supply to our customer is not affected. And besides that, of course, a very well planned stock is a very good approach. In fact, for SMC is concerned, for as far as for SMC, we have this strong global initiative, mutual partnership collaboration, committed local supply. So SMC. So all these three factors is the action that we have taken in order
And the hangar here
to
is
ensure our customer
XB1, history's first
receive a good
independently developed supersonic
supply
jet.
without much affected by the supply chain. So all these are the activities that SMC Malaysia is taking in order for us to be able to service our customer and ensure our customer satisfaction. 2022 so far is, although with all this disruption, but I think for industrial player, because of the boom in the electronic industry, so far it has been very active, and I believe this boom of electronics will continue because of the demand of the electric vehicle, demand of the 5G and the communication, demand of the solar panel, the ESG, and all these activities are actually moving the electronics into a next era, and I think this boom will continue to the next year, 2023. It should continue
Now
to
that
be
we've
good.
seen the
So I
application
have a
for
strong belief
boom supersonic,
the good
finally we go
business
into
that
the last
electronic industry is
application. This
having
is
will
on metal
continue
part
until
replacement
2023
from Ford.
without much problem.